Hello everybody, my name is Diana Gomez and today I'm going to show you in this video the topic of this unit, which is the difference between human and animal communication. Please remember this topic is so important to know. I'm going to explain more about the human versus animal communication principle. Humans use verbal language, okay, accompanied by gestures, okay, gesture and facial expression. Will animals really on visual, okay, auditory and olfactory communication. Introduction. First point. Forms of communication have been evolving over time, and although it is believed that only humans use communication, we must know that animals did too. It is very clear that their ways of communicating vary greatly. Signs in this way they generate understanding and in a certain way avoid jobs. Okay, one of the strongest difference in communication between human beings and animal is rationality. Okay, science, by using our language we can express many more things. What's relevant, the same thing in a different way. Will animals can communicate to each other through limited responses, signs, or body language. For example, a man with his dog. The answer is that yes, okay, there is communication between both. Animals communicate like we do, but they use another language, another way to express. Human versus animal communication. Human language follows too many rules regarding syntax, grammar, and pronunciation, reflecting the evolution that has taken place. On the other hand, animals express a very basic language with things as basic as saying that they don't like something, or if they like it, joy, sadness, making this difference more noticeable. Okay, signs they do not present discursive forms such as telling jokes, doing drama, or tell lies. In conclusion, if animals and humans communicate in different ways, but sometimes very similar ways. The correct word is yes. We are more alike than we think. Duality of patterning. Distinctive sounds called phonemes are arbitrary and have no meaning, but humans can string these sounds in an infinite number of ways to create meaning by words and sentences. The primary difference is known as duality of pattern or structure. Each human language has a fixed number of sound units called phonemes. These phonemes are combined to make morphemes, the smallest unit of sound that contain meaning. Thus, language has got two levels of patterning that are not present in other animal communication. For example, creativity. That another distinctive feature is creative. Human beings use their linguistic resource to produce new expression and sentences. They arrange and rearrange phonemes, morphemes, words, phrases, sentences in a way that can express an infinite number of ideas. This is also called the open-endedness of language. Animal no, is the opposite. Communication is a closed system and cannot produce new signals to communicate novel events to events or experiences. Other thing, it is obviously that communication between animals does not have the richness, okay, of what we had between people, but many more messages are transmitted between them that we suppose. And of course, also with the message are more primitive, they understand. It is the principal difference between both. Language and communication are not the same. Animals have a sophisticated way of communicating through the sounds they make and the gestures or the movements they adopt, but it cannot be considered a language in the sense in which humans use it. Second point, the difference between human and animal communication. Please, it's important to watch the video on YouTube. In this case, in the rest of the animals, including not-pet species, communication is very similar to this process that we have explaining. Depending on each species, they use one type of language more than another, but they all communicate in general. In all social species, visual language is the more important thing. Remember, in general, in all social species, visual language is more important, but also posture, facial expression, and vocalization, okay, and for less social species, olfactory communication is usually more important, and it's happening in all of them. It can be a horse, a sheep, a mouse, a bird, okay, etc., etc., etc. Difference and similarities between human and animal communication patterns. Human language has a complexity, flexibility, and specificity far superior of those of animal communication systems. However, certain common traits can be appraised both in the simple aspect and in more complex cognitive skills. Please, it's important to watch this video on the top. Not verbal communication. What is that? Do humans also interact not verbally like animals? Oh, and how? It's important to know the fun fact, okay? 90% of communication is not verbal. We all use not verbal ways to express our feelings, emotions, states, etc., etc. Our social interaction usually involves a combination of verbal and not verbal aspects. Okay, it's a good point. But what is paralanguage? This term refers to not-verbal elements of communication used to modify the meaning of the messages spoken and convey the emotion of the participants of the speech act. Since it refers to elements of communication, it is also worth mentioning that within the field of the paralanguage is body language, movements and gestures that speakers usually produce during speech acts. People show what they mean other than the words they use. For example, through their tone of voice or making sounds with their breath, okay? The study of paralanguage deals with the not-verbal quality of speech, including pitch, amplitude, speed, and voice quality. In this case, I am going to show you in a picture what is a paralanguage, okay? Please pay attention each picture, the paralanguage and the introduction and the examples with the elements. It's important to know that paralanguage can be conscious, unconscious, and learned. Other ways on examples of paralanguage are calm down, implore, reproach, and I am telling you, okay? Please watch the video on YouTube for more knowing about this topic. Human versus animal communication. This is the principal topic about this video, but what is the connection? The connection is paralanguage. Sounds we share with other animals. That is the connection, the communication. That is important to know about this point. Finally, conclusion. I am going to read this part about the difference between human language and animal communication, okay? It's important to know about that. If someone asked you what separates humans from other animals, one of the first things that will probably come to mind is language. Language is so fundamental to human life that it's hard to imagine what life would be like without it. In fact, the original term for language referred to is a part of the body language. It's derived from the Latin word lingua, meaning tongue. Barnett highlights the inseparability of language from man when he says verbal communication is a condition of the existence of human society. But at the same time, other animals also communicate, okay? For example, your cat may let you know when it's hungry, or ants use pheromones and sounds to indicate social status and distress. Bees dance to tell one another where to find honey, and chimpanzees can learn things language. Okay, thank you for watching my video. That is finally. Thank you for listening to me and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Reference. It's important to know my reference, okay? The information about my video, the topic human versus animal communication. Thank you everybody for watching my video, for listening to me, and see you in the next video. Thank you and bye.